What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
What is going on, Big Shot Bob?
Another day.
Another day. Here we go. Episode 141 of the Big Shot Bob podcast. On location is B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. And descending out of the rafters like Ludacris is seven-time NBA champion, the man himself, Robert Horry. We were having a pre-show conversation about Ludacris. Did you see him come out? Well, the Georgia Tech thing was all right, but did you see him come out of the freaking rafters?
Hey, when I seen him come out of the rap, I was like, he a brave mofo, man. No way. Because they always show the is it the Falcons guy who comes out the top and swings through like that?
It's Freddie Falcon.
Yeah, Freddie. Yeah,
I'm like, they were showing them like, these mofos crazy, man. No way.
Yelling nuts. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because didn't a WWE guy die like that with a
one of them, yes. One of them fell out of the rafters.
Yeah.
Had like a safety line or something that snapped. I remember who it was, but yes, that did happen.
think it was Bret Hitman's Hart's brother, I think it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. I almost said Bret the Hitman Hart, but I knew it wasn't Bret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might have been Sean Hart, maybe?
Yeah.
Is who I'm thinking of?
I can't remember his name.
If we got his name wrong, I apologize. I mean to disparage him, but yes, that did happen. But like, if you're Ludacris, man, you don't need to do that. Like, just show up and play, man. Like, you got T.I. fighting people before the game down the field. Just show up, man. Rock out. You don't have to come out of the rafters, Luda. You ain't got to.
Yeah, he wanted to. I mean, I'm surprised that he did it, and I'm pretty sure he was scared as hell.
Oh, he had to be. But like, I don't care who you are. That's terrifying.
But what I noticed that it wasn't the same. So the thing that Freddie the Falcon does, he swings from the very top, and his line is a little different than what they use for Luda. Luda was attached to two lines.
Yeah. And
they were dropping him down slowly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because like if Freddie the Falcon falls, no offense to the guy in the Falcon suit, it's just Freddie the Falcon. We'll get another guy to wear the suit. We dropped Ludacris. Whoa, we got a problem. We got a big old problem. Anyway, just nonsense that happens before the show. One day we'll live stream the show before the show. Which you can always hear about. A lot of stuff going on this week, a lot to get to. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
Mine was great. My mom came in town. She made some good mac and cheese. She brought some, we call them field peas, but they call something else. They call them white peas. They call them whatever. She brought some peas and made those, and out in California. So I had a good time, man. I went right back to the gym yesterday, so I got to get the Thanksgiving weight off me.
You're better than I am. How was your Thanksgiving be?
It was good. Like I said, we were down in, like almost every year for the past 3 years or so, down in Miramar Beach, Florida, Santa Rosa Beach area.
Yep.
Rented a house, families down there. And, we all have Thanksgiving. It was cooler. Well, it was cold this year, quote unquote. So we walked the beach and wasn't getting in the water. That
no, not in November. No.
But we've done that in the past, though, when it's been a little warmer in November. We've been parasailing before and during that time of year, and it's cold up there.
I was going to say, it's not that far south, is it?
I mean, it's on the Panhandle.
Yeah. So it's not, but I mean, it's not South Florida.
No, it's not South Florida at all.
Because once you used to get down near like Clearwater, Fort Lauderdale and stuff, man, it doesn't matter what time of year it is.
It doesn't.
It'd be Christmas Day. You'd be out there swimming. You don't care. So
Facts.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, it was chill, man. We had. It was weird this year because it was the first year without my dad.
Yeah.
My dad usually does the turkey with me every year, and I put something on Facebook where it was like every year for like the past 5 or 6 years I've got the turkey picture with me and my dad when it's all said and done. And this was the first year I had to take it by myself, so that kind of hit me in the feels a little bit. But other than that, it was very quiet. Relaxing is what I needed. I spent 5 days not thinking about y'all or and I say that with love. I had no work to do. I had no podcast work. I had no radio station work. I was like, for the first time in, probably 4 months, I was off. And that doesn't happen often for me. So I tried to eat that up. Literally and figuratively.
So here's a question.
Okay.
How long before you throw away all the leftovers?
3 days max.
No, good. Shut up. 3 days? I still have leftovers going. We still have Thanksgiving leftovers. It's been what, 5 days? No, it's got to be a week. I give it a week. I usually give it a week.
I opened the refrigerator and I was like, dang, my mom's mac and cheese. And we had an early game last night because the Lakers played the Sixers early. So I said, let me get some.
Did they play them though?
One more time. I know, right?
Did they play them though? They were there.
They were there.
I don't know how much they played.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost by 44.
4 days max.
Depends on what it is. Like, the ham can stay a couple more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let the turkey go a week. And I keep it sealed. It's not like it's in there with like a loose piece of foil, like we used to do back in the day, where it was a big ass turkey plate, and like that loose ass piece of foil was going to do anything, just draped over.
Now everything's in Ziploc bags.
Yeah, no, we're sealed up tight, man. We're sealed up. We've learned. Yeah. We got seatbelts in the back seat, and we zip our food up nice and tight. Okay, we've learned since we were kids. Because when we were children, there weren't no seatbelts in the back, man. It was like your dad turned fast, and all the kids just shifted to one side of the car. That was it, man. You ain't got no seatbelts. All right, well, we brought it up. That was last night with the Lakers, man. You got the LeBron milestone. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It's gonna come through the game. But
that's one of those ones where as a player, that's one of the most frustrating games ever. When you got guys like Pat Bev who don't make – Pat Bev has made like 4 threes all year. He makes 4 in one game. Yeah. Then you got Morris who hasn't been playing well. He hits 4 threes. And then you got the defensive stopper. He hits 3 threes. You're like, who are these? It was the funny –
what in the Golden State are we doing here tonight?
When guys who don't hit threes all of a sudden want to hit threes, you're like, mofo, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. And it always happens against the Lakers.
It never fails, right? It never fails.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, guys who play for the Lakers, I don't know if it's the pressure. When you get to the Lakers, they can't make a damn shot. When it goes somewhere else, it's just buckets galore. I'm happy. I had the pleasure of meeting Beasley's parents. Loved them. He's in Milwaukee, killing it
in Milwaukee. He had what was a couple of 2-3 games ago? He was the second leading scorer on the team in one of the games. Dame had like 30 something, and then Malik had 31.
Was this the comeback game or no?
No, this wasn't that game.
Okay.
But, that's why I tell people it has a lot to do with the system players are in because, look at Maxey now. No Harden. He's able to do what the hell he wants to. Him and Embiid, the way they play together, it's amazing, man.
Really
they've been playing together for like years. I know they have, but on a consistent basis.
Well, right.
So
it's not all the time. It's not like a 1-2 combo like they've been so far, man.
It's about the system, man. If you're good in a system, you can play in that system. You're not, you're going to look like the Lakers did when D'Antoni was coaching. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Just run it. Let's go.
You got 3 bigs and you trying to do a running system.
The Mike D'Antoni system. We all love it. You bend to my way. I don't bend to you. I brought up the Bucks comeback against Portland the other night. Dame had to eat that alive, man. They were down, 26 points.
Yes.
They came back. Giannis put up 33 and 16 boards. Dame put up 31 and 5 in the biggest comeback of what so far has been the NBA season.
Yeah. It was looking bleak.
It was. I was like, oh man, Dame wanted to win that game more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Show Portland, hey man. And then not only does he win it, they win it in the comeback fashion. That's huge.
And the big thing about who really won that game, though, they get it in the column, the win column, but Portland,
Portland showed up.
We almost beat you in that new team. It was you
in your building. In your building. Yeah. What was the biggest comeback you were ever part of? Wow. Was it the Game 7 comeback against the aforementioned Portland Trailblazers?
I think
that was like 15 or 16 points or something.
Yeah, no, it was like it might
Game 7 of the Western Conference.
Game.
Yeah,
might have been the Sacramento game when we were down
maybe
21. I think we were down 21 to them.
Okay,
so it's been some large comeback. It might be that Golden State game where Kobe had to miss the free throw, and then we tipped it around and it ended up in his hands, and he knocked it. It's a lot of games that we come back from. I have to do some research now and find out.
Yeah. I just didn't know if you remembered offhand
I just
There was
remember the
a couple.
21 against Sacramento.
Yeah. Well, that's a well.
That was a playoff game.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Well, usually the playoff comebacks are the ones that are going to always stand out. Regular season comeback win, they're nice, but it's a regular season game.
I don't think I've ever been a part of on the other side where you've been up like 20 plus points
And just got run out.
end up losing. Yeah,
Really? You never been on the other side of one of those?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Oh.
Now watch someone gonna fact check me.
I was gonna say,
remember this game right here.
Somebody's gonna be blowing you up tonight on Twitter. Hey man, you don't even know. Yeah.
You realize how many games I play? I get confused.
Too many. See, as Atlanta sports fans, we've been on the opposite side of it more than I can remember. More times where we've been up in the fourth and we're like, here we go, and we end up losing. Or, God bless you, freaking 2nd and 26, Alabama and Georgia in the national championship game. I mean, like, those types of things with Atlanta sports fans, it's like, that's like scar tissue,
4th and 31.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
It's better than 4th and 31.
You know what? I have it. We'll get to it. I have it. We will get to it. There's actually a lot of college football to get to this week.
Yeah,
so
a lot.
We'll do
a
that.
Good weekend.
We'll do that in just a minute. It was a great weekend. There were a couple NBA stories I wanted to get to real quick. Philly's Paul Reed on defending Anthony Davis. Quote, he's a big flopper, so I make sure I don't get in foul trouble early by any. I can't get too aggressive with him. He's going to be flailing, so I got to make sure I stay out of foul trouble. I never really caught the vibe of at least from around the league of AD as a flopper.
No, it was funny when he said that. Even the coach, he looked at him like, what? I got to go talk to him because it's like, dude, you're not even going to get in the game that much. You told me you got to be careful being in foul trouble. And if you're in the game, you better use all 6 of them. And so it was weird when he said that.
You're in there to hit him. Like, what are you even talking about?
It was the funniest thing ever, man. You got to see the interview when they asked Nurse about it.
Oh,
and that's the thing. I'm looking like, who is this dude?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I was like, Paul Reed. Where's he on the roster? Okay.
And I had to look at the starting 5 again. Guys, I had to see who got hurt.
Yeah, somebody's out.
Maybe he sat in. He filled in for somebody who got hurt, or I had to look and see who got traded. I had to look at the trade rumor mill, and I wasn't sure. And I'm like, I've never heard of this dude in my life.
Is this a load management move?
I'm not trying to diss the dude, but I didn't know he was on the team.
When I saw the story pop up, I literally had to Google him. I was like, Paul Reed, what? Yeah. No, I'm with you, but I didn't. Have you heard that? I mean, I've seen a lot of LeBron flopping stuff. Like, that's out there. That's been out there for a while, but I've never heard that about AD.
I've never heard that about AD. I know
Ever.
AD, I don't call AD a flopper because he kind of fades away from the contact anyway. So you can never say he's a flopper.
Right.
And you don't need to flop and hurt yourself either. So like trying to fake a foul and then you twist an
That's
ankle
the other thing.
or pull a muscle or something, trying to flop out. And by the way, if you want to see a good flopper, if you're on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called, I'm sure it's on Instagram. There's some Josh Allen stuff from the Buffalo Bills floating around from this week. There's like a 2-minute montage of him just flopping in NFL games trying to get calls.
Dude, he's too big for
wild.
Hey.
It's wild.
I don't even want to talk about that. He's my starting quarterback.
Oh, dude, he's been so bad.
I just happened to take him out of that game, and I put 2 in. Tua gave me like 9 points. Josh gave me 36 on the bench, and I lose the game by 10 points. So I'm like, what, bro? The first time I ever take him out of the game.
He's been so hit and miss, though. He's been
right?
hit and miss. Where there were years where he was money the whole way. This year, it's been like he'll have a great game, and then he'll have an off game. And then he'll throw for 4 touchdowns, and then he'll throw for like 3 picks. And you're like, what are you doing, man? All over the road. Tua's been great this year.
But he hasn't been scoring points, though.
No, he hasn't.
That's the weirdest thing.
A lot of handoffs. Yeah. No.
Well, how has he not been scoring points when
he hasn't been throwing a lot of touchdowns? He's run a few.
Yeah, but I don't know.
It's like 2 interceptions in the last game.
Okay.
And so that kills him because he's just, but it is weird because you look over at Tyreek Hill on fantasy football, he has 40 points. I'm like, hold on now. Like Tua's throwing in the ball.
Yeah, but Tua's taking sacks and throwing picks, and he's got other kind of problems. All right, a couple more quick NBA things. I pulled this audio from the other night. I've never heard this before in my life. Kawhi at the line. Clippers are playing the Spurs. And, of course, they start booing Kawhi. And Pop goes over and grabs the PA microphone and pulls this move.
Excuse me for a second.
Pop's on the mic.
Stop all the booing and let these guys play. It's our whole class. It's not who we are. Knock off the booing.
Pop telling the fans to lay off Kawhi Leonard. But that's not San Antonio.
Well, I don't believe I've ever seen that.
I'm with her.
I don't believe I've ever seen that either.
I've never seen that.
That is so, and I love Pop, but that is so stupid what he just did. This is a professional basketball team. You don't get on the mic like you're Mike Krzyzewski at Duke and want to control the environment.
That's not even a Duke move. That's like a high school basketball move. Like, hey guys, can we just keep it down, please?
Right.
No,
these are these are pros. What are you defending Kawhi Leonard for?
Hey, this is an incarnation with Christmas Elementary School where you could not cheer for your team while someone else is shooting a free throw. Like, I was like, Chris, box out. The ref, I told him to box out. Chris, box out. The ref says, one more outburst, sir, it'd be a tech. I'm like, all I said was box out. Boop, tech. I'm like, it's like, this was the weirdest thing in these little private small schools like this. They having a game. You have to basically sit in the stands like this. Yay.
Okay, so hold on. Wind that back for a second. You got teed up for telling Chris to box out.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And he was like, sir, no talking in the game. I'm like, what are you teaching these kids?
They are never going to go play anywhere where the fans are silent. Ever.
I was like, wow, dude, are you really telling me I can't instruct my son on what to do? No, sir, you have to be quiet. I'm like, this is some bull. So, yeah, that's some private elementary school stuff right there, you know. Back of my mind, I'm saying, is Pop trying to get Kawhi back? He's trying to get on Kawhi's good side? Like, y'all don't boo Kawhi,
obviously they have a relationship from the time that Kawhi was in San Antonio. But, I mean, like, you have to know, even though it's been pretty well removed since he's been gone. I mean, he's been to Toronto, he's been to L.A., you had to know that when you get guys like that back, every now and then there's going to be the boo birds are going to show up. Because he used to play there, so I get it. But like, dude, you're an NBA coach. He's a professional NBA player, and this is an arena full of fans. And you're gonna tell him to stop, because we talked about this a few weeks ago. What happens the first time you tell people to stop doing something?
They do it more.
They do it 15 times more than they did before. I'd have booed his ass every time he got the basketball. You know?
But, you know, that goes to show you that it's a one-horse town and how much control Pop has.
That
was my other question. Is there any other coach in the NBA that you can see even kind of getting away with this without getting filleted?
I think the only coach out there doesn't give a shit, and he would tell them to boo more. So that's it.
I can't think of another coach that would ever have the audacity to go over and grab the stadium's PA mic and say some shit like that.
And do that and this isn't just for anybody. That was when Kawhi Leonard was at the line.
Yeah.
Come on now. Like, I mean, I don't care how much you like Kawhi, how much you respect Kawhi, how much he likes and respects you. He's an opponent. This is the NBA. And the reason why I think Pop feels as though he can get away with this is because they're the main attraction in town. There's nothing else other than the Spurs in San Antonio, in which so he has a level, he feels as though he has a level of control. This doesn't go down anywhere else in any other major city. Because you're not going to sit up here and tell the fans who paid their hard-earned money that they can't boo somebody while they're at the line. Where do they do that at?
It's different than throwing something on the floor. That's a part of sports. You can boo, you can cheer, you can do what you want to do, except, cross the line and throwing stuff on the floor, doing stuff of that nature. But I think for me, it's like, okay, Pop, let the people have fun. This is entertainment for them. So let them be entertained.
And I never did get his, and I'm pretty sure, the media asked him about this, and I never really got a chance to hear what he said, because I'm trying to figure out what is his explanation for that. Because they booed before. That's not the first time they booed somebody at the line.
Exactly.
Or are you hoping somehow, some way that Kawhi wants to leave the Clippers and come back to San Antonio?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's plotting.
I don't know. I mean, I think part of it and again, this is me speculating. To me, that felt like, hey, he used to be our guy. Lay off him. And
used to be.
Yeah, right. That's the big emphasis there. Used to be. And when those guys leave town, guys leave town, you're going to get booed every now and then. It comes with the turf. I don't think at any point Kawhi Leonard had his feelings hurt. It wasn't like he was at the line wiping tears out of his eyes while he was trying to shoot a free throw. He didn't give a shit. Go ahead, boo me, man. Like, what did Kobe say back in the day? Boos don't block dunks.
Yeah.
Go nuts. You know what I mean? Go nuts.
Didn't Cleveland, when LeBron came back for the first time, didn't they boo
they
him?
booed the hell out of him every time he got the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he got the basketball. And we've seen it time over. Freaking Ben Simmons. Every time Ben Simmons got the ball when he came back to Philly, they booed him relentlessly.
Well, let's just say this.
Well, maybe that was a different set of circumstances, yeah.
I don't blame them for booing Ben Simmons. He deserved to be booed.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I thought, I don't know. That was very.
I got booed when I went back to Phoenix.
Well, again.
Of course, we know. We know why.
Come on, dude. You've been nothing less than vocal about your feelings about Phoenix, Arizona. So I get.
You know, that had spilled over into our show too on Spectrum, where they like, "Oh, Rob's favorite city, Phoenix." I'm like, "Come on, man."
Well, it's like they know, man. It's just, and that's the thing. We have so little to pick on you from because you had a championship career in Houston, a championship career in LA, a championship career with the Spurs. If we could get that one little nugget to dump on you every now and then, we got to take it, man.
You and Phoenix gotta have, y'all gotta forgive each other. There has to be some type of reconciliation somehow, somewhere.
Hey, I got nothing against Phoenix. I just didn't like Danny Ainge. That's it. That just is, he was a part of Phoenix, but Phoenix is a good city, good place to go play golf, and I don't play golf. It's a good city though.
That's a guy reaching for compliments. It's a good place to play golf. I don't play golf. Golf sucks, but it's a good place. Yeah.
No.
They got good cheese fries.
Hey, they have good spas. They have some really good spas there. I say
now, do you know how, I mean, you may have talked about this already. Do you know how Phoenix receives you still to this day?
They hate me.
They still hate you to this day?
Yeah, not for the towel. They don't give a shit about Danny Ainge. It's for the Steve Nash thing because they felt like that was their year to win a championship. Mm-hmm. And then we got Murray and all those guys got suspended. So they think that I'm the reason they didn't win a championship. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Whatever.
All right.
Fan base.
Hey,
weird.
well, they got the best. They have a really good shot. Well, they had a good shot last year or year before, or whatever, when they were in the finals.
Yeah, in the finals. Yeah.
And they got another good shot now. All their top players can get on the floor together.
If they can actually all play together, that would be nice. It'd be nice to see. We should do like a Robert Horry night at Phoenix.
You better have like those police shields up.
We'll give you 7 things to throw at Robert Horry. We'll keep it on brand. Okay.
You need to come to Atlanta. One night we'll go to a Hawks game. You need to come to Atlanta. Have you ever been to a Hawks game and experienced the atmosphere, the in-game entertainment?
Not since I've been out the league.
They do a good job.
They do it's probably the number one game entertainment in all of basketball.
I got to come there.
They do a good job.
I wanted to be in Atlanta this weekend, but Christian has a tournament this weekend.
Yeah, you get to meet 2 Chainz, Quavo, Boosie always on the sideline. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
So you got to go to Phoenix this weekend.
Yes, I have to go to Phoenix this weekend.
All right.
All right.
Sun's in town. And you can pop by a game, just make an appearance, wave to the fans.
But no, Christian has a game.
Christian you got to go for his games, all right.
Yeah, I'm going for his game.
Okay. So no SEC title game for you, huh?
No.
Okay.
I was thinking about it. What's the more important, Christian's game, which you got about 30 more this season, or a Bama Georgia game?
Well, this is do or die for Bama. Actually, it's do or die for both.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think so, Georgia.
I think if Georgia loses, Georgia may still get in.
Wait. Okay, so I would like to think so. And we talked about this.
I think they'll get in as a 4 if they lose. I do.
I said the same thing. But talking to other people and then thinking about how I think the committee would look at this, if Georgia loses this game, Georgia's out. Unfortunately, because what happens is, and I don't know if we were going to college football next anyway.
Sure, let's go for it. We're there. Whatever.
Yeah.
The winner of the SEC championship game gets in.
100%.
So whether that be, so that's one spot.
If Bama wins, Bama doesn't get in.
Yeah, they do.
If Bama wins, if Bama beats Georgia, you don't think Bama
Yes,
gets
they
into the
do.
playoff?
Because think about it. If
They have a
let's
better
say
resume than Texas.
Florida State's not going to play anybody else.
No, they play Louisville in
They
the
play
ACC
Louisville.
championship game.
Look, they got Louisville
And
got a good
Louisville
chance.
just
to beat
got
them.
cooked. Yeah,
Yeah, about Kentucky, but Kentucky's a really good team.
they are. But
if
if you're the
Louisville-
number 2 ranked team in the ACC, you should show up better than what they did.
Yeah, but you forget Washington and Oregon are right there in front of Texas and Bama. That is the problem. Washington and Oregon is those two teams. Now Washington
Oregon's
beats
got
Oregon,
one loss though.
Yeah, but they lost to Washington. So that's going to be the thing right there. That's going to be the key. See, because Bama's like 8,
Yeah, but like Washington barely made it out of Washington State. I mean, barely made it out of Washington State.
True, but it's gonna be interesting because now the committee's like they're gonna be scratching their head on this one because it to me it's gonna have to boil down to, if Bama beats Georgia, what they're gonna have to do is go by purely strength of schedule. They're gonna have to go by strength of schedule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of it. And I mean, again, I don't see a scenario. It's hard for me to see a scenario where the SEC champion does not make the college football playoff. I don't think if you really look at strength of schedule, nobody plays the gauntlet of teams that SEC teams play, and that's not
Correct.
SEC bias. Like if you're a Big Ten guy or you're an ACC guy, fine. They don't play the same strength of schedule. They just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the teams that Georgia had to beat this year on home and on the road. Same with Alabama. It's just way bigger. It just means a lot more.
And for me, think about this: you have Ohio State still on the outside looking in.
But I don't think they got really much of a shot.
They only failed.
Sorry, guys.
They only failed at 6 though. So you got to think about it. And if Florida State loses, it's this whole.
If Florida State loses, there's going to be a whole mess of issues.
So here's how this is going to go.
Okay.
You got if Michigan wins out, they're in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because they already beat Ohio State. Ohio State's out. Ohio State needs some help to get in, if anything. They need pandemonium to get in.
Yeah, because their strength of schedule was whack, man.
Right. So the winner of the Big Ten gets in. The winner of honestly, like I said, the winner of the SEC
I think the SEC winner's in. I don't think
the SEC winner's in.
Yeah. Even if it's Bama, I don't think there's any other way to slice it.
Yeah.
I think Texas is gonna be because let's say Washington State is undefeated. Washington's in.
Who's Washington playing?
Oregon in the
Oregon.
Pac-12
They're playing
championship.
Oregon. Okay, they were okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the final Pac-12 game. That's right.
Yeah.
Now if Oregon beats Washington, you got 2 one-loss Pac-12 teams comparing their schedule to Texas. Texas gets in because they have better quality of wins.
No, Texas really don't, though. Texas, if you look at Texas' schedule, the only team they beat was Bama, and you beat Bama second game of the season when Bama was trying to figure out their identity. Because name me one team Texas has beat that was ranked other than Bama.
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma is like that team. You'd be like, come on, man. Oklahoma, they don't play no defense.
Wait a minute. No, they didn't beat Oklahoma, did they? Did they beat
lost
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma? They lost Oklahoma.
They lost Oklahoma.
Texas got 2 losses, man. They lost to Washington. Oh no, that
Texas
was
only
last
has
year.
one
Sorry,
loss.
they got 1 loss. You're right. Sorry.
They lost to Oklahoma, but
They
lost to
that was a
Oklahoma.
crazy game.
Yeah,
And
Oklahoma
if you
was
look at
ranked
Texas, Texas barely beat Houston. They barely beat Kansas State, who's ranked 23, and they barely beat TCU.
TCU is horrible.
Yes, and so their strength of schedule is boo-boo.
You're right. They beat K-State by a field goal. They beat TCU by a field goal. Man.
So I really think the winner is SEC, the winner of the Pac-12, the winner of the ACC.
Probably. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
What happens if Louisville beats Florida State? Florida State's probably out, but is Louisville
because
in?
the quarterback? Because of the quarterbacks.
Because Louisville got a
Florida
loss.
State's gone. Yeah, but Florida State loses, they're done. Just because of the quarterback.
I agree.
situation.
But
If Florida
Louisville's
State
coming in with a
loses-
loss.
Yeah, but if Florida State I don't know.
I don't think Louisville gets in.
No, Louisville's not gonna get in.
All I know is they're not keeping it one
Louisville
loss.
has had a
SEC team
cupcake
out.
schedule this year.
Well, Kentucky just beat the brakes off Louisville, so they're not really not getting in.
And Louisville's had not a. I mean, look at Louisville's schedule has not been great in the ACC this year. Their conference schedule has not been good.
They're not keeping a one loss. Well,
a one-loss ACC team,
SEC team.
No, I think Ohio State gets in before either of the two of them.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm just saying this weekend gonna be
this
fun
is wild,
to watch
man.
basketball.
See, but
even
that's
though
what,
I'll be in the gym watching basketball, I will have my phone.
This is why I love college football, though, because it is this kind of stuff. Like the whole system could get turned upside down by one or two teams losing this weekend, and it could really become straight pandemonium.
So it's going to an 8-game playoff next year?
Is it next year that it starts?
Yeah, it starts next year.
I think it's 8 teams, right? Is it 8 or 12?
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, no, it's a 5. It's a 12 because it's like a 5 plus 7 playoff.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to see some 2-loss teams in there.
Yeah. I mean, in the play, but I mean, at that point, go for it, man. Give me more March Madness style type stuff. I'm fine.
I think what's going to be also about the SEC, they're getting rid of East West. So now it's just going to be whoever is just going to be best, second, third, fourth.
It's going to be like the ACC model this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which is going to be fun.
Top 2 teams play. Doesn't matter. The fact that Alabama's even in this conversation right now.
I know, right?
And when
Nick Saban deserves coach. He deserves coach of the year.
He didn't have a goddamn thing to do with that. Don't even put that on Nick Saban. He had nothing to do with 4th and 31 at all.
No. I'm talking about the season in its entirety.
The season in its entirety after the way that they lost, they scraped back and they got some good wins. They kept themselves in it. They should not have won that game. They should not have won that game.
It's really good, though.
Well, that's Auburn's fault.
Yes,
I guarantee the Oregon coach gets coach of the year. They're trying to give the Heisman to Bo Nix.
They're trying.
They trying their best to give that thing to Bo Nix.
I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, though. I really do.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels' stats are better than the Manziel's stats. Is better than Cool Hand Joe's stats.
For a season that hadn't been that great for them. Yes, he's been outstanding.
Yeah.
And that's the other question: does that count against them?
Well, does what count against them?
I think it's
what does LSU got? 2 losses?
Yeah, they got 2 losses.
Yeah.
They're out.
The hype is going around Bo Nix. I think even though if Washington beats Oregon again, the guy in Washington should get it, quarterback. He's been playing outstanding.
Oh, Penix.
What's his name?
Michael Penix. Yeah.
Michael Penix.
Yeah, he's been another one. He couldn't even watch that kick. Did you see that too? When he was the kick. I mean, God, the kick was 40 yards and it wasn't easy. And Penix had his face just buried in something, and he was like, "I can't watch it."
All the way off the field.
All the way off the field. But yeah, the Oregon's defensive coordinator should be, or I'm sorry, Auburn's defensive coordinator should be shown the door.
Yeah.
After the way that went down, dude, there's no. I can't even wrap my brain around how bad that play was offered defensively. It was horrible. The linemen, did you see the linemen? They're like, they rushed 3 guys. They didn't rush anybody. Those linemen were doing this.
Mm-hmm. It's like one lineman was trying to make sure he didn't run.
Right, one quarterback spy. And at that point, do you need the quarterback spy, though? Because you're 31 yards deep.
You got to throw it.
If he takes off, everybody's coming for him. Yeah. You have to throw the football.
I might only rush one.
Rush none. It doesn't matter.
Rush one just so it makes you, lineman might venture downfield, illegal being downfield or something. But it was like everybody was in the right corner, and there was this one dude over the left corner
with no help. With no help.
Yeah, I mean that was a hell of a pass, though. Let's just think about that.
That was a great pass by Miller.
The money.
No, that was.
And they talk about this kid can't throw. Shit.
Well, I tell you what, he came around this year. He started real slow and really, really sloppy.
They started to use him correctly.
Yeah,
correct. Yeah,
he came through.
You got to use him correctly. A guy like that is an athlete that uses his legs. You have to incorporate that into the passing game and to open up the passing game. You can't just have him drop back 30 times and just sling the ball around. No, you have to utilize his legs to open up the passing game.
And I will say this. Alabama's line is like freshman, sophomore. They got better as the year went on. They think their average weight is like 315. And so their offensive line got really, really good down the stretch of this season. So I'm really interested to see how they, pair up with this Georgia defense this weekend, because Georgia defense, they something special.
Yeah, but that Georgia defense,
the way they played against Tech.
They can be had. Here's the thing. Nobody's been able to be consistent enough when they've had Georgia and their foot on Georgia's neck, Georgia just was able to out-talent everybody. Now, all year long, we've seen Georgia versus Kentucky and Ole Miss for them to really put the pedal to the metal and put up 50 points and say, oh, this is the Georgia team that most people want to see. They can do it. They just have not been consistent. I want to see if they get in that same position with Alabama and Alabama has them down, can they come back on Alabama, or is Alabama too good to where it's like, no, we got you and we not letting up?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a fun weekend. Yeah.
I mean, it's for all intents and purposes, it is the national championship game for me. Just because it's like, I mean, even if you get a great national title game hadn't been that great the last several years. I mean, we've had a couple good ones because there's been the Alabama-Georgia,
it wrong.
the walk-off and stuff, and then the pick six for Georgia to win it the first time. Those have been good games. The TCU game was disgusting. They shouldn't even have been there. Couple quick other things with that. After all the hype, all the Deion hype, Colorado finishes 4-8. They lost 8 of their last 9. And they didn't look great doing it either. So it's funny how fast the hype wheel died on Colorado.
I know, right?
Oh, my God. It was like Deion. You couldn't get enough of it after 3 weeks, and now it's just like, who?
Well, here's the thing. You know, everybody, you know, one, he's exceeded expectations. There's one.
Well, they were 1-11 last year.
Right. So he's already exceeded expectations.
They won 3 more games.
Yeah.
But boy, I mean, the downhill slope that they were on is not surprising for the simple fact, one, you can't stop anybody. And 2, you can't protect Shador. Shador ended up having back issues because he's been sacked all season long.
He has a fracture in his back.
Yeah.
That means you've been hit way too many times as a quarterback.
Way too much.
I don't care. It's cool for the first season, and, you know, he's exceeded expectations and social media and all that other type of stuff. But they'll have to get to work this offseason and when it comes to recruiting and when it comes to the transfer portal, because he cannot have these same offensive line problems going into next year. And he cannot have these same defensive problems going into next year.
Well, he already had the number 1 quarterback decommit from him. He's
had a couple of people decommit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what it was, too. When he got up there on the podium, he's talked about, you know, this place is not going to be a cash grab. You're not just going to come in here and just think you can make all the money that you can. And when he said, you know, these guys ain't even committed to their girlfriends. Yeah. How do you expect them to be committed to a school? And he thinks that once a kid should commit to a school, that he shouldn't have to take any more visits. And I'm like, Prime, don't say that. Don't say that.
That's an old school mentality.
That's
a very old mentality. I mean, since the portal has been around, dude, forget it. Yeah. Everybody's mentality is, where can I go next to get better or have a better opportunity?
Don't say
everybody's
that.
mentality.
That is the wrong, whether I agree with you or not, to a degree, that's not something that you say. Because I think that hurts you in recruit. Even though you prime, that still hurts you in recruiting, because now guys are looking at you like, dang, now I can't go there to have all the opportunity that I want to have. Yeah. And it's like, well, let me go somewhere else where I feel as though I can have that opportunity.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what they look like next year.
Me too.
Because I think the shine's off the apple a little bit as far as the sex appeal of playing for Deion in Colorado. I think a little, not entirely, but a little bit. And I'm curious to see who sticks with him, who he gets, either through the portal or through recruiting, and what they look like on the field. Because you can get all these guys, but, man, if you can't make them play as a unit, you can't coach them up, then, you know.
2 schools that are like that, Colorado and USC.
No, USC.
Don't get me started talking about USC.
Dude, USC's been that way forever, it seems like.
They've been, ever since they, got the new coach, they've been portal guys, and now that Caleb is going to be gone, maybe, that team is going to be like, whoa. So
it's going to be a mishmash of people.
Here's the problem with Lincoln Riley, and I don't understand why Lincoln can't get through his head. He just can't. Dude, go find you a real defensive coordinator. I don't know why y'all going into each season thinking, oh, we're just going to outscore anybody. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. You can't do that at USC. You could have done that at Oklahoma, but getting away with playing no defense at USC, they're not going to allow you to do that much longer. They will show you the door.
And what conference they going to now? The ACC? What are they going?
No,
to?
the Big Ten.
The Big Ten.
Oh,
They're gonna have to see. They're gonna have to see the likes of Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State.
Yep.
Hey, but here's the funny part: how are you going to join the Big Ten as a football program and it snows over there? You in Cali? You don't play in no damn snow.
Never played in the snow.
You better make sure all those games are early.
hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's a 5-letter word and it's green.
Money.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's God bless. That's how college football works, man. That's how it's almost every damn sport works.
Bro, they got to go to Michigan next season.
I hope that game's early.
God. Yeah, really. They catch a November game or something? Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right, before we move on from this, we do Big Shot. We're going to play Shootout. Who's your 4? Who's your college playoff 4?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Right now, Georgia,
Agree.
Washington,
Have to wait.
Florida State.
I have to wait.
This is just right now.
Oh, right now. Okay.
This is just right now. Georgia, Washington, Florida State, and Texas.
Over Michigan?
My bad. Michigan. My bad. Michigan. My bad.
Mine is Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and Bama.
How do you put Ohio State in there?
Because you were 2 and you lost to
so
the number
Oregon
3 team
beats
in
Washington.
their building.
You're not getting 2 Big Ten teams in.
But I'm just saying,
No way.
but even when if I had to play right now, Georgia's 1, Michigan is 2, Bama's 3, and then Ohio State is 4.
So you have Washington losing to Oregon, and you have Florida State losing to Louisville.
Bad schedule. I'm going by, if I was the committee, I'm going by your strength of schedule, and I'm looking at all the people you played and how you played them. Washington has barely beat a lot of people. Ohio State has beat, even they schedule sucks. They could barely beat Rutgers. I'm looking at the strength of schedule. Everybody else's schedule sucks.
I get it, but if Washington's unbeaten, Washington's in.
But no, you asked me mine. I'm giving you a reason why.
Okay.
I'm glad you ain't a part of the committee.
Yeah, because I'm going by strict. I'm going by
Rob's
the
like, Bama is going to play Bama for the.
No. I'm just saying by the eye test and the strength of schedule. That's what I'm going by.
Okay.
Because you think about it, Texas. I thought Texas hadn't played nobody. They almost lost. Ohio State is, even though their schedule sucked, they beat Notre Dame when Notre Dame was good.
Michigan's schedule is the same.
Yes, but I'm like, that eye test, Michigan quarterback. I sat here and told everybody that Michigan was going to beat Ohio State because Michigan has a better quarterback than Ohio State.
What does Washington tell you via the eye test? Because their quarterback is a Heisman finalist.
Washington or Oregon or TCU and what's the other team last year? Was it Washington State? Whoever it was. Who was it? The 2 teams that was going back and forth with each other? TCU and Washington State, right? Not Washington State. Who was it?
K-State? Who the hell was
K-State? K-State. They are the exact 2 teams of that last year. They score a lot of points, so they make everybody fall in love. But their defense sucks, and they can't beat nobody.
Well, that's been the story of K-State. Every time they've been in the mix every year.
But that's what I'm saying. That's Oregon and Washington right now. It's the same 2 schools from last year. If you think about it, it's a mirror image of TCU and them last year. It's like that's what's going on with Washington and Oregon. They put up a lot of points, so they're like, they can score a lot of points, but they can't stop nobody.
I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not even saying that on the national stage in the playoff that they won't stink up the joint. That I'm not disagreeing with you with that. What I'm saying is the 4 teams who are deserving to be in are you can't keep let's say Washington goes undefeated. You can't keep an undefeated Washington team out of the playoff, especially when you have a Heisman Trophy finalist at quarterback.
Yes,
you just can't.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying these are I'd be like right now, me and Rob versus Rob 1-on-1. I'm going to get 50 on Rob, but if that's Rob versus LeBron going to kill me. So that's what I'm saying, though. Man, it's about the strength of the schedule. If you go back and look at my highlights playing basketball, you think I'm the best fucking player ever because this was what highlights do. And when you're not playing anybody, you're going to have highlights and you're going to have historical numbers. This is what I'm saying. So this is why I'm going to give him the Heisman because it's still hard to do. But my thing is you're not playing nobody, so you should have them type of numbers.
So my thing is this, okay. and I know you said the same thing about Ohio State when it came to strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had Michigan in your 4, right?
Yeah. Just because of their quarterback. Their quarterback's fucking good. Nobody talks about him.
But I could also make the same argument that they ain't played nobody.
True. But their strength of schedule is better than those other guys because they had Penn State and all these other guys that were
Didn't Ohio State play Penn State?
Yes.
That's why Ohio State's my top 4. It's basically going to be a Big Ten SEC shootout.
They're not putting two.
I'm telling you.
I think.
No, you forget. You asked me my top 4.
No, I know.
That's my top 4.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. All right.
I know.
I think you're going to get Georgia. I think you're going to get Michigan.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get FSU. They're going to squeak out a win against Louisville. They'll get in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're probably going to see Oregon. I think Oregon's going to beat Washington, and they're going to let Oregon in.
Yeah.
Because they're going to beat Washington, and they're going to sneak in.
Yeah.
So Texas is going to be left out.
Yeah, Texas out.
Yeah, Texas is going to be Texas. They're not going in regardless.
I think it would take a lot of chaos for Texas to be legitimately in that conversation at 4.
Yeah, because who Oregon lose to? They lost to Georgia at the beginning of the year, right?
No, Oregon's only losses to Washington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Washington's the only team.
No, that was last season.
Yeah, I made that mistake too. Yeah, I made that mistake last year. All right, let's do Big Shot of the Week real quick, and then we'll do our shootout real quick here. So Big Shot of the Week is going to go to Kyle Kuzma. Kuz donated $60,000 worth of clothes to female inmates in Flint, Michigan over the holiday weekend. Spent his holiday weekend donating a lot of clothes to people who need them in the correctional facilities of Flint, Michigan. I just thought that was cool.
That's cool.
Shout out to Kuz.
Yeah, because it's like, again, he didn't do it for the PR and stuff, but it got out there, and I just thought that was like over. He could have done a million things over his Thanksgiving, and that's what he chose to do. I just thought that was dope.
Think about Jacuzzi. I said Jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi.
With Kuz is that he is a big advocate for his city, Flint. He's done things to try to get the water purification going on.
Dude, that's been an ongoing
He is really repping his city. So, yeah, big shot to Kuz.
I thought that was cool. All right, we're going to play around a shootout here. I don't think we've I don't think we've played this with Rob. Shootout. We've done shot clock, where you guys get to go back and forth. I don't think we've ever done shootout. So this is an old school game. This goes back to the OG Shaq days. So shootout works like this. I'm going to give you guys a topic. You have to go back and forth and provide me an answer until one of you can't come up with one.
Yeah, we've never played this with Rob.
Actors named Jack. You know what I mean? And then you have to go back and forth until one of you can't come up with an answer.
Okay.
All right? So, like, for instance, here's how it's going to work. Question 1. Seems like everyone had a real nice Thanksgiving. We talked about it earlier in the show. So here's the shootout. According to Ranker, name the top 20 Thanksgiving side dishes. According to Ranker. Now, that's a site that ranks by fan voting. So
are we playing? Is this actual
so this
one?
Is the question number 1. So Rob, go first. Top 20 Thanksgiving dishes. Give me one.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese was number 6. Harp.
Dressing.
Number 3.
Mashed potatoes.
Number 1.
Oh, where did this come from? Collard greens.
It's not on the list, man.
Oh my God!
Collard greens.
No.
Collard greens not on the list.
Can we pause?
Yeah, go.
Sorry. We started playing the game because I paused the show. So what's up? We almost finished. Can I call you back? Okay. All right. Bye.
Okay.
It's about the Glendale house. And so I'm like, is it important? It's like, no, I just want to talk about the Glendale house. I'm like, I'm doing the podcast.
Yeah, let me finish my job. I got many.
Let me have some fun. This is my bar time. This is with no drinking.
Come on.
You said
All right. No, collard greens didn't make it. Rolls, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce, corn, sweet potatoes, scalloped potatoes,
yams.
Cornbread, yams, carrots.
So wait a minute. How
Was
cornbread
green bean
on
casserole?
What do you mean? How's cornbread on there? What are you talking about?
How's cornbread on there, but collard greens ain't?
It didn't make.
Everybody eats cornbread.
I didn't make the list. I just read it.
No, but hey, he didn't ask this question in Atlanta. This is worldwide.
More so, South Atlanta.
No, there are people around the country who eat. I don't understand. At least it may have been low on the list, but it not being on the list at all.
It didn't make the top 20.
Until I met Candace had never had collard greens before. This is people in the West Coast. They don't eat collard greens, man, unless you go to Compton.
Scaringly enough, cream corn was on the list. Cream corn.
Christian loves cream corn.
I can't. It's just the consistency of it is just too.
I'm not a big corn eater at all.
I'm like regular sweet corn, fine.
Why are you mad, man?
He's mad.
I just can't. He said it. He said it. Wait. Did you say it? Did you say it didn't even make the top 20?
It didn't make the top 20
Oh no, we got. Oh no,
it didn't make the top 20.
Oh no, that list
but
ain't
sweet
real.
potato pie made it in there. So
that's fine, but that list ain't real.
All right. Number 2. Hart will get to go first here. LeBron set the record last night for the most minutes ever played in an NBA career.
Oh, crap.
So the shootout is, can you pull anybody else from the top 20? Most minutes ever played. Harp, you go first.
Kobe.
Kobe was number 8. Rob.
Kareem
was number 2. That's who he topped. Yeah. Harp Dog.
Oh, I saw this list.
Uh-oh.
We had it on our show last night.
Oh, no.
I know.
Rack your brain.
No. Minutes. Don't. I'm glad there ain't no buzzer.
I ain't going to give you that much more.
We said Kobe. We said Kareem. Bill Russell? No.
Karl Malone.
Karl
Malone was number 3. Dirk Nowitzki, number 4. Kevin Garnett, number 5. Jason Kidd, number 6.
You go by longevity. So
yeah, I know. But Bill Russell played a long time.
He didn't play that long.
How many years he play?
I think he played 15 years.
Oh yeah, it's not long enough.
But some of these guys on this list, Wilt. I mean, damn, Dirk played 20 seasons? 21.
This game
Tim
is
Duncan
not starting
played almost
off
20.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Tim Duncan was on there.
This game.
It's an interesting list. There's some names on here I didn't expect. Moses Malone was number 19. I was like, damn,
Big
Moses. Big Mo. Fo. All right. Number 3. Rob gets to go first. Atlanta's going to be all but shut down today because presidents and first ladies are here to pay tribute to former First Lady Rosalind Carter, who passed away last week. So the shootout question is, former U.S. presidents. Former U.S. presidents. Any era? You got about damn 50 to choose from. Let's see how far we can go. So you go Washington.
You do first and last name?
No.
Okay.
So where are you starting, Rob?
George Washington.
All right.
Washington.
Harp Dog.
Barack Obama.
There you go.
He's
opposite end. You're going to meet somewhere in the middle, and you're not going to know what the hell's going on. Go ahead.
You going to go Barack? I'm going to stick up for Rob. Trump.
Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna stick up for Rob again. George Bush.
Good.
The son. The son.
Okay.
George Bush Sr.
George Bush Sr.
I'm gonna say Jimmy Carter.
Okay. Obviously.
Ford.
I'm gonna say I was gonna attach something to him, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Ronald Reagan.
Nixon.
Richard Nixon.
Abraham Lincoln.
There you go.
I'm gonna play the sax on you.
Oh, here we go.
Damn, I just forgot his fucking name just that fast. Oh shit.
Look at I could smell the wood burning from over here, dude.
I can't think of his damn name right now.
How much time you giving him, Rob?
I'm about to buzz him out.
You
were thinking of Bill Clinton.
Clinton, I couldn't think. I couldn't
Your
think of
brain
his
did not
name.
pull Bill Clinton.
If he wasn't gonna say it, I was, and I had about 4 more left.
I was
in the
gonna say
clip.
you got like through 8 or 9 presidents, and then you.
I wanted to say Clinton because I wanted to talk about the sacks. I'm like, shit.
Ain't nobody said Thomas Jefferson. I mean,
I was going that route.
dude
Trust
wrote
me.
the Declaration of Independence, didn't even get a mention, but we got Trump in. So, all right, 2-1, Rob. Question number 4. First one's gonna go to Harp here. I punched an old woman in the face for a TV deal on Black Friday. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. But Black Friday spending was up 7.5% from last year, with a record $9.8 billion spent just on Black Friday, if you can believe that. That's actually still a thing. So the shootout is, can you give me the top 15 biggest selling retailers on Black Friday? Where the
Biggest selling retailers?
Yeah, where do most people on Black Friday buy their crap?
Oh, Best Buy.
All right, Best Buy was on the list. It was number 4.
Tarjay.
Target was number 2.
Oh, yeah, really?
Target,
Walmart.
for people who think
Walmart was number 3.
Macy's.
Macy's was number 7.
Dang.
I know.
Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna say one, and I don't think it's up there. Oh,
What is it?
You about to
Say
say
it.
belts? You about to say belts?
I was about to say Belks.
Belk's number 13. It's on the list. All right, Rob.
Who have we said? So I just Neiman Marcus.
Whoa, wait a minute. We're saying the average Joe. We ain't saying you.
Neiman Marcus. Jesus.
Bro, who you think going to just frolicking in Neiman Marcus?
Saks Fifth Avenue. I can't believe they weren't on there.
That's the only thing I can think of, man.
By the way,
I want to say J.C. Penney's, but I don't even think they exist anymore, do they?
No, they still do.
J.C. Penney was number 6.
See, God dang it! I see.
And by the
hear
way,
there's no J.C. Penney or Sears anymore.
Number 1 was Amazon. Obviously,
Oh,
that's where the
true.
most money this holiday was spent on
Because
Amazon.
everybody lazy now. They don't
Everybody
shit to look
buys on
until they do
Amazon.
it.
Best Buy, Kohl's was on there. Home Depot.
I was gonna say Kohl's.
Home Depot made the list, as did Lowe's, Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco, all made the list. A lot of people buying
What
stuff
the hell
on.
is BJ's?
It's like a Costco or Sam's Club. It's like a
Costco,
wholesale.
Sam's
type
Club.
See,
thing.
BJ's is a restaurant to us.
Oh, okay.
But see, wait a minute. The fact that Home Depot, it ain't nothing like shopping on Black Friday for a 2x4.
No, dude.
Like-
all the expensive tools and shit that
Yeah, it's
people
true.
buy for their houses,
True.
all that stuff's on sale. And
That's true.
Home Depot sells all those damn Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
All that stuff's on sale.
That's
on
where we
Black
get our
Friday.
Christmas tree from.
Yep. We always go to Home Depot and buy Christmas decorations every year.
Mm-hmm.
True.
All right, going to come down to the final question here. Tied 2-2. Here we go.
I'm back
Shootout.
in this thing.
Final question number 5. Stephen Colbert is the host of The Late Show.
Oh shit!
He got pulled this week because his appendix burst. So he had to cancel
Dang.
all his shows this week. Here's the shootout question. Past or present late night talk show hosts. Rob goes first.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. They're not in any
Jimmy
particular
Kimmel.
order. Just anybody. Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay Leno.
Good.
Stephen Colbert.
I'll give you Colbert, sure.
Yeah. I can't fucking think of his name now. Anybody?
Anybody.
Magic
past or
Johnson.
present.
Magic
I
Johnson.
can't give you Magic Johnson.
He had a show.
All right, I'll give you Magic. Fine.
He had a late night show.
He did.
Yes, he did.
There was like
Yes, he
10
did.
episodes of it, but he did.
It
He had a
don't
late
matter.
night
He
talk
said
show.
past the present. He
Okay,
had
go
a
ahead.
late
I'll
night
give you
show.
Magic. That's fine.
Okay, fine. If he's gonna go Magic, I'm gonna go Bomani Jones.
I'll give you Bomani Jones.
He didn't have a late night show. It was-
Yes, he did too.
Yeah, on HBO. Yeah.
Arsenio Hall. Then you want to
Yes,
go black, brother?
Arsenio is on that list. You're 100%. Yes. Arsenio had a run, too. Couple big ones on here, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Rob act like he know. You know him?
I know one more. That's it.
Dang, hold on.
Oh, I know one more now.
He looking him up. That's why.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I know two. I'm trying. I know two. I give you a hint. Want a hint? Carpool karaoke.
What's the little dude accent?
Jesus.
I forget his name.
All right, well, then that's going to be the end of it. Sorry. All right, we're, James Corden.
Corden.
Y'all didn't say Johnny Carson, who was like the bar for late night, and David Letterman.
Letterman was the next guy because I was on David
Colbert
Letterman.
took
So I
over
was going
for.
to say Dave. That's the only I know. David Letterman and Johnny. I couldn't think of
Johnny
his last
Carson. Conan O'Brien. Jon Stewart. I'd have given you Trevor Noah from The Daily Show if you wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Allen from back in the day, Jack Parr, John Oliver, Bill Maher, a lot of them. So, All right, so Rob gets the win in Shootout. We haven't played Shootout in quite a while, man.
I love Shootout. Game. I love that game.
Hey, we haven't played that in a long time, man. Long time. All right, what else you got going on today? Rob, you off? You working? You got nothing going on?
Christian has a game at 8 o'clock. I'm like, why y'all playing so damn late, man? But it's like a little it's like a shootout. So yeah, so I'm just chilling. I'm going to wash some clothes and just chill.
The life of a sexy retired NBA player. I'm gonna do some laundry.